This video is going to go through what a corner measurement is. This is a function underneath the measure and record function on the PLC 400. This will review how the tool measures the corner of a room or the connection of two walls and how it does it as accurately as possible. What I did to show you the example is I made a blank project, and you can see that I have a station at a random coordinate, and all I'm going to do is measure and record a corner nearby me and explain what it's doing. And what you can see that I've already done first is I have put my tool in laser mode. Most likely you're going to be working in laser mode because you're going to be sighting down the corner. If you're using the POS 180, you're going to be using the optical, or if you're using the PLT 300, you're going to use the camera and the green laser. Most likely that's the function you're going to be using to sight down the corner. So within measure and record, I'm going to scroll down and you'll see this corner measurement option. I'm going to press check, and I'm going to make sure that the name of the point is what I want it to be. And before we continue, let me explain how this works with the diagram. So here you see that I'm stationed in the center. Let's assume I'm stationed here in the center and I have corner measurements I want to make. It doesn't matter when you make a corner measurement whether you are looking for the outside or the inside corner, nor does it matter the angle of the walls of the corner you're measuring. None of that matters. The problem that we run into when we measure a corner is that whether we use the optical or the laser, it's hard to know if we are looking dead on the corner itself, or if we're, for instance, accidentally on one of the side walls when we make that measurement. It's a tiny gap to make sure we're accurate on hitting the corner. But of course, when we measure, we want to be dead on as possible. So the tool's going to ask for two measurements to make sure that this is done accurately. The first measurement is going to be the point on one of the walls where the corner is. And you're going to want to get as close as possible to the corner, but not too close to where you're not sure if you are bumping the other wall or not. For me, I usually find that if I get within a ½ inch, I'm okay, and I'm confident that I'm actually on the specific wall before the corner. The second measurement is the corner itself. You center the laser as best you can right there on the corner, and you measure that corner as well. Once both measurements are saved, the tool calculates the location of the corner accurately, as accurately as possible, by looking at the distance it measured to the first point you measured, and then it takes into account the angle that it turned to get to the second point. Using these two variables, it then accurately determines the location of the corner. What this does mainly is it forces, the tool's forcing that second point that you measure, the corner point, to be on the same plane as the first initial point. It wants to remove any human error in how it located the corner, because obviously that corner that you measure, it might be on, it might be off just slightly, and so the tool forces that second point to be on the same plane as the first point, and then uses the angle and the distance to actually calculate its location. Again, it's just trying to remove the human error in mismeasuring the corner even ever so slightly. So now let's go ahead and do this in practice. I have my tool looking at the corner, right by the corner, so I can make my first measurement. I'm going to press the measure button, and now I'm going to move it ever so slightly, and you see this little dot down here. I'm going to press that when I'm right on the corner. And now that it's completed, I'll zoom out and we'll take a look at what it looks like. There's the point, but essentially what the tool did is it followed all those calculations we reviewed, and it was able to find that location, and that's really all it is.